Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we saved Wuklamot's actual father, and we got more stuff to do, so let's do it. Hey, we are live. Seems we were the last to return. I'm glad everyone made it back safely. Thank you for having faith in me. Keeping out of the fight even when it got dirty couldn't have been easy for you. But Bakul Jaja won't be the last person to threaten those I care about. I wanted to prove to myself that I could stand up to such villains, even when I stand alone. Which isn't to say I won't ask for help when I need it, of course. I know better than that now. Earlier, in the Second Promises camp,
The passage to Mamuk remains blocked. For now, all we can do is try to rest and recover. Perhaps with a meal, as my sister would no doubt suggest. Shall we borrow the kitchens and prepare some Shibruk Bibil?
So thou hast taken a liking to the dish. As we learn to appreciate the unfamiliar, 'tis only natural that we develop new affinities. There is no shame in this.
But there is in ignorance. I had barely considered what the people of Tuli Yolal hold dear. What hopes they harbor for the future. Our nation is built upon the bonds that Father forged during his journey across Tural. But so single-minded have I been in my advocacy of foreign innovations that I failed to understand my own people. Could someone who struggles to connect with the populace ever make a worthy Dawn servant?
To understand and connect with people is by no means easy. But there is something you can do to pave the way. Let them see you for who you really are. What makes you laugh and cry and rage. That sort of honesty is the first step towards mutual understanding and connection.
Understanding begets fellowship, as my father said. And yet, what you suggest does not come naturally to me.
I, too, have found it difficult to speak from the heart. In thy struggles, I see mine own, painful in their familiarity. Yet frightening though it may feel, if we are to move forward, we must indeed take that first step. Dispense with pretense, and simply be.
Do you remember when you first approached us, and we asked you why you wanted to become Dawn Servant? You said you wished to use the knowledge you acquired in Sharlayan for your country, and in doing so repay your father for the opportunities he afforded you. What won me over was not your ambition, but your motivation. So let your people know this, and in time, they'll come to support you as we do. You can't hide behind that stoicism forever.
Very well then. I will make a greater effort to be myself. By not being my usual self.
Had you already been through that cutscene, KJ, or are you in a different quest cutscene?
I finished it and picked up the next quest.
All right.
And then when you pick up the next quest, that's why I couldn't get to the Momuk Ethernet crystal.
Gotcha. So, what's the state of the Tinbeck Traverse? Still being cleared, I'd assume. Hanmuruk said he would notify us as soon as the work is done. Then perhaps now would be a good time to consider how we might reclaim Wuklamat's stolen keystone. The next feat will be our last, after all. Oh, I already got it back. What? When? Not to mention how. This is Bakul Jaja we're talking about. Well, I taught him a lesson and took my keystone back. You bested Bakul Jaja in single combat. Bravo! What can I say? I've had good friends to encourage and cheer me on. There you are. Our excavators have contacted me with news of their success. The Tinbeck Traverse is now safe to travel. Then we finally can make for Mamuk. Come to think of it, isn't it Bakul Jaja's home? We can only hope its residents don't share his winning personality. If it is indeed the city where Kettenrum first met the Dawn Servant, surely some civility awaits us. I would not be so certain. It is true that the Dawn Servant received Kettenrum and Mamuk, and was instrumental in the establishment of friendly relations between the Zabral and the Mamuljah. But since that time, most of the Mamuljah who supported his peace have left the city in favor of abiding in the capital. What remains is a cloister of Mamuk. And while these traditionalists do not take up arms against us, neither do they bear great love for outsiders. Whatever they're like, the people of Mamuk are also of Tuliolal. If I'm to be Dawn Servant, it's my job to know them first of all. We'll be on our way. I'm glad I could learn about where I came from, and eat so much of the Jibril Habil besides. Thank you for everything, Bumuruk. Till next time, take care. First, we make our way across the Jobrit Cinderfield due southeast. How you have grown indeed.
Wish we could share the quests.
Well, we can see it now.
Yeah.
And we can't share quests because we can't share cutscenes. And FF14 expects you to see the cutscenes.
Even though they most time get skipped. If they
Hello
can.
there. You don't know me, but I've seen you in company with the Third Promise. I've been wanting to speak with you, if you have a moment. The name's Tiat Ro, and I'm a hunter here. Well, almost a hunter. I have need of a strong arm to accompany me on my next foray, and I'd be honored if it belonged to one of Wuklamat's mighty champions. I know you must be a busy man, but everyone else has their own duties to attend to, and our village has a rule that none can hunt alone. I'd be forever grateful if you joined me. Just tell me what to kill. Thank you, thank you. I need to take every chance I have to gain experience if I want to be accepted by the more senior hunters, and working with you is sure to be enlightening. Great then, let's be off. The hunting grounds are to the north. See you there. Our quarry is a tiatia. They're quick and clever, a challenge for any hunter, but their meat is tasty enough to make all the trouble worth it. They're partial to tree sap, so they're often up among the branches nibbling away. If we wait at the base of a tree covered in the stuff, they'll probably come down and defend their score. Of course, they aren't the only animals roaming the wilds. The stealthy Volstral Brox have made meals of more than one innocent soul, so keep an eye out on her. I'll try the nearby trees. You should go a bit deeper in the forest so we can cover more ground. Meet me back here once you're done, and good luck. Was following the wrong quest marker. Made it. I've only just returned myself, and I'm eager to compare our catches. What? This is a Volstral Brox. You went against it alone and won? I know this isn't exactly what I was looking for, but like I said, these pose a danger to the whole village. Having one fewer hungry Brox out there is something we can all be thankful for. I had a feeling about you, and I'm glad to know I was right. I'm sure they'll let us attempt the trial after this. I suppose I ought to explain. You see, there's a reason I'm so keen to gain experience as a hunter. I want to join the Brethren of Brox, but they won't accept just anybody. No, only hunters with finely honed skills and intuition are even considered. I still remember the day I decided I would be one of them. I was young, foolish, and thought I could hunt on my own in defiance of the rules. Then a beast snuck up on me, its fangs bared. I thought I was done for, but then an arrow struck it down. It was one of the Brethren of Brax. He saved me, and ever since I've wanted to do the same. Watch over the forest and keep it safe for others. I can't think of a better way to spend my days. But their trial is conducted in pairs. I'd ask one of the brethren to assist me, but all of them have been too busy lately. They aren't forthcoming with the details, but I've gathered that the beasts of the forest have been behaving strangely lately. Either way, they have bigger things to worry about than the ambitions of a novice. But you're as good as any of them. If we do the trial together, we're sure to make it through. Please say you'll help me. This is my chance to finally be of use. Trial's as good as done. That's what I wanted to hear. There's no one else I'd rather have. This brings me one step closer to my dream, and I have to do everything in my power to go the rest of the way. Now, you just stand right here and wait, and I'll be back soon for us to do that trial. I
Someday.
promise. It might be in 2 or 3 expansions, but I'll be back. There is what appears to be another Aether Current quest up here, so I'm heading up this way.
Power of being muted. I was gonna say I saw one up there too, but I was muted then, just like last time.
Oh there, friend. I require someone with a stealthy tread to help me shed light on a little mystery. Interested in a bit of work? Recently, I've observed one of the older residents of Brox coming and going from the Zabriti Cinderfield. Quite unusual, since the place is nothing but a barren wasteland, ravaged by war. Of course, I don't want to be seen prying into private matters, so I can't ask the others about it. But if he's up to no good, I need to know about it. Will you follow him for me? He usually makes his regular journey to the Cinderfield around this time. Once you find him, stick to his tail, but don't get too close, or else this will all be for nothing.
Don't
Oh,
get
lovely. More stealth missions.
Yay.
caught.
Wait, that's how I thought. We're on a stealth mission.
Separate.
Think that's big enough?
Love
It might work.
It's so big that it feels slower than my other mounts, even though it's not.
never noticed this mount makes kind of a weird sound.
Yep.
I should have got caught.
I didn't see myself in the cutscene until the very last minute, so I was pretty stealthed.
It looked like I was sitting right on the side so he could see me. Oh, there.
This does not cover you, so just FYI.
I thought that was a pretty lofty expectation, but
Ooh, don't get too close.
Ah, he saw me.
Don't go, Emo.
I'm not on the same thing as you.
I figured. Oh, I know that. I thought Cassie was right here and did that.
I got ahead of my guy. So that he didn't even have to turn around and look for me. He just saw me.
Hello. Yeah, I don't want to get attacked. Can you get attacked in these?
If you get too close to the enemies, yeah.
That could suck. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
I got ahead of my guy again. He just walks so slow. Stealthy that I'm standing right over his shoulder, and he says, "No one saw me."
Exactly. KJ's already turned it in, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
I thought you'd messed up right at the last second and had to go back to the beginning.
No, I am. I'm turning it in, and then I'll run back out there and wait for you guys because it leaves you right next to the one spot.
All right.
But I'll go ahead in a second.
All right.
So.
What? Did you follow me here? Guess I wasn't as sneaky as I thought. I'm not doing anything wrong, despite how this looks. I'm trading with Mamook, all under the blessing of Hunman Rook. We have to be secretive about it, though. See, we deliver valuable foodstuffs to Mamook, meats and vegetables that are hard to come by in their part of the woods. In return, we get Jatika bananas. Each party leaves their goods in carts and collects them when the others is out of sight. For a while after hostilities ceased, trade didn't have to be so cloak and dagger, but many of the Mamul Jah who are willing to embrace change have left for Tuliolal, and those who remain bear old grudges. So, we choose a path of discretion. Of course, I don't blame the people of Mamook. Even in Ikbrox, there are those who can't forgive the past. Trading like this appeases both sides, even though our dealings aren't exactly unknown to most. I take it the one who asked you to follow me was young, yes? Too young to know to overlook an old man wandering into these blasted wastes. Any road, it's time I took my goods and returned home. If you could tell that lass she lost sight of me, I'd be grateful. She'll accept the truth more easily if she discovers it for herself. They're listed as hostile, but they don't seem to want to attack us most of the time. I've gotten pretty close to the sugar gliders, and they haven't tried to attack us yet.
I'm standing right above where there should be a ether current. And I gotta go AFK for a second.
Alright. You returned. Did you find out where he was going? He was too quick for me. Really? Well, these things happen, I suppose. Nevertheless, I thank you for trying. truth be told, I do have a theory as to what he's up to. See, every once in a while, I'll spot people feasting on Jatika bananas. They never say where they got them from, but if that man was venturing into the lower forest, he could be the one smuggling them. But it's too soon to go around making accusations. I'll keep looking into the matter, and until I find the truth, let's both keep quiet about this, eh? As promised, you deserve a reward for your time. Safe travels.
I think we've already gotten this one. 'Cause I don't see it.
I don't see it either. Although it might be a case of it doesn't appear until we talk. No, KJ didn't have the quest with Aaronville yet here, so. I don't know. I don't remember picking this one up, but I don't see it up there.
It's the next one down, sorry.
Ah.
There's two ledges right here. This was the first one, and I can't see him either because I've already got it, but it's the second one, so don't run down with those guys. Yeah. Or I mean, we could pick up the quest, I guess, but if you go this way and over.
Yeah, we'll pick it up after we talk to them, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, FYI, we got rolling thunder going on, so we might get power outs, so FYI.
Gotcha. The traverse will bring us straight into the Jatika heartland. Remember how you insisted this forest is green? I don't understand, but okay, Aaronville.
They call it the Blue Forest or something.
Ah, gotcha.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not sure if it's on this side or the other side. I guess I should just jump across.
Oh, I should be able to see it, so. It's on this side.
Okay.
That was a long way down.
Oh, I almost missed him or her, Cryo.
Not much further.
Yeah, it would seem I fell further than I needed to as well. Not too much further, though. This path is quite steep, isn't it? Let us take our time and descend safely. Or I could just jump. That's my preference, Cryle.
If we jump, we miss talking to her again. I gotta run back. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're almost there, though, huh? No, she's there again. It's Alpha Node.
I spoke with one of the excavators on my way down. Apparently Bakul Jaja cleared away the one fallen tree remaining by barreling through it. That Wuklamat single-handedly defeated someone possessed of such physical might is nothing short of remarkable. Still, we ought to proceed with caution. There's no telling what his wounded pride might compel him to attempt. Yeah, after what happened up there, I don't know if I'd call it wounded pride. His pride might be dead at this point. Hi, Alize. Bye, Alize.
Ooh, pretty.
And I guess now we know why they call it the Blue Forest. Alluring, isn't it? In more ways than one, take my paring stone and hold it close. Take my paring stone and hold it close to the glowing rock. As you hold the paring stone, in the soft glow, it affixes itself to a boulder with surprising force. Paring stones are natural magnets, and that's a meteorite filled with iron, one of many remnants of an ancient meteor shower. The heterogeneous ether that they emit causes surrounding flora to glow unique hues, as you can see. Radioactive space rocks. Gotcha, Arundel. So these glowing boulders came plummeting down from the heavens? The Thrall be merciful. There you are. Blue. It's all blue. Far cry from the upper forests indeed. This place is already so fascinating. I'm eager to hear what the people of Mamuk can tell us about it. Keep running. We're almost there. As this is also my first time visiting Mamuk, I have no experience interacting with the locals. But given Hunmanuruk's parting words, I would advise a cautionary approach. I wouldn't really call it a helmet, but it's mostly just a pair of feathers sticking out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
But that also means I can actually wear it, so I don't have to deal with my horns sticking through it and everything, so.
It's like a crown for me.
Well, we all know what comes next. Let's find that elector. Two streets seem to converge upon this plaza, so I propose we split our numbers between them. Given Hunmuruk's guidance, I also suggest that we err on the side of caution and move through the city in pairs. Aaronville can come with me, and Alze can go with Kryl. That leaves you to accompany Wuklamot. If these arrangements are to everyone's satisfaction, then may our respective searches prove fruitful.
Were there only 2 streets?
Well, he's just splitting the party up. It would have been smarter to go in groups of 3 or just not break up at all, but yeah. Silent treatment. Fine then. I will only talk to lizards with markers over their head. Your words may as well be ambient noise for all the care this citizen pays you. As you begin to speak, the man abruptly turns and leaves. Please tell me you've had better luck. No one will talk to you either. I was prepared for hard stares and harsh words, but this is something else. That building looks like a shop, doesn't it? Let's go take a look. A merchant won't ignore us, surely. Yeah, surely, Wuklavat, surely.
I need a minute.
Alright.
Came back.
Welcome back. Hello there. We'd like to ask you something, if you don't mind. Move along, outsiders. We're just trying to find someone. The Dawn Servant's elector. Could you tell us where they are? How are we supposed to find the elector if no one will even speak with us? Everyone, can you hear me? Come to the massive stone structure on the west side of the city as quickly as you can.
Up there!
Bested by a mere shade.
Zorolcha? Papa?
Not as you know him. What you see is an arcane manifestation of the Dawn Servant as he was in his prime.
The Channeler is Zerelja, Autarch of Mamuk and Elector for the feet of the Brotherhood.
Tuli Yolal's mightiest warrior. Yet wisest you are not. You, who spurned your retainer's aid when battling your betters.
To prove oneself superior to blessed siblings by surpassing the shade of Galul Jar Jar himself. That is the final feat. The first promise fought alone and fell short, but that is now the least of his concerns.
You could have let your foolishness end with your failure. But instead, you attempted to harm an anointed elector. Zoralja, as of this moment, you are no longer a claimant. I disqualify you from the right of succession. Be gone from my sight.
You are no longer great. I
This isn't over yet. I will be the one to reach the Golden City.
When Zorolcha was defeated, he tried to take the keystone by force. But he was thwarted by Father Shade.
My dearest child, welcome home. This feat was made for you. Only blessed siblings could hope to defeat Gulul Jaja. But ere we begin, I would see the fruits of your triumphs. Come, show me your tablets. What is this? Where are your keystones? Explain yourself, boy! No matter. Not all can be expected to go to plan. What keystones you lack, you can easily take.
I tried. But I couldn't. I cannot beat her.
You mean to tell me that you, glory of Mamuk, for whom all here have sacrificed, were defeated by your inferiors? You are as useless as your siblings. A failure. Leave and never return! You have no place here!
Let's go, brother.
Worthless! Pathetic! This was our chance to claim sovereignty, and he ruins it! But when these stragglers fail, Gulul Jaja will be forced to extend his rule. And in the next rite of succession, we will present a better claimant. So come, stand before me, and fall.
I won't do your trial.
Oh? You intend to forfeit the right?
Papa wants his successor to intimately understand the country he loves. Every step of my journey, I've learned something about our peoples and their cultures. I would do... The Mamorja deserve nothing less. So your battle can wait.
I'm of the same mind. Father named you an elector for a reason. There must be something that he would have us learn.
Do as you will. But until you triumph over the Shade, you shall proceed no further.
Promise. I would speak with you. Meet me on the western outskirts.
If you haven't done to, you probably want to speak to Kryle.
I accidentally clicked on Alpha Node instead of Wooklamont, so I didn't get around the circle.
Oh, Kryle says, the first promise's attendant just now. Did his words not strike you as strange? I will be the one to reach the Golden City, as though he intends to venture there with or without Zerulja.
Mm-hmm.
The electors we have met thus far all had their peculiarities, but each we felt would judge claimants equally. This Zerulja, however, seems set in his belief that only blessed siblings are worthy of the throne. Why would the Dawn Servant name an openly biased man elector? Worrying over Zerulja won't get us anywhere. That lady, on the other hand, was the first person to address us with any civility since we arrived. We should go and meet her, hear what she has to say. The western outskirts, right?
She the mom then of the.
I would assume so. She does kind of look like the warrior head of Bakul Jaja. Thank you for coming. My name is Milalja. Here we may talk freely, away from prying eyes. And what was it you wish to talk about? Tell me, what do you think of Mamuk? Well, we don't have much to say yet. No one wants to speak to us. All who remain in this city are devoted to the traditional ways. They believe that blessed siblings are superior, that only they are worthy to lead the peoples of this continent. Most would not deign to address outsiders, deeming them beneath notice. Sounds like an ideal community so far as Bakul Jaja is concerned. I am tired, exhausted by all this senselessness. There are others like me, but we dare not speak our truth aloud. Yet now we have an opportunity to reclaim our agency. For you have bested Bakul Jaja. You, a Zabral, inferior by all presumptions, triumphed over our two-headed champion. This time, anyway. Next time I might not be so lucky. Bakul Jaja is just that strong. I seriously don't understand why he cheats so much. It seems to me he'd do better if he just trusted to his own abilities. He's desperate. Other blessed siblings have fallen before. Malal Jaja of the Silver Scales, for one, he traveled across the salt in search of conquest, only to be overcome. But no matter how the individual may falter, the people still believe in blessed siblings' supremacy. For the record, I think we're the one who killed the one that crossed the salt. I think he was a dungeon boss somewhere. Because of my father. He who united Tyrell under one rule, who in their eyes stands as the testament to the tradition's infallibility. Regardless of your father's virtuous intent, his greatest triumph has only fanned the flames of our people's obsession. However, as both his daughter and claimant to his legacy, your triumph could prove that Galul Jaja's true strength lies not in his birth, but in his character. And in so doing, you may give us the strength to renounce blessed siblings forever. I can understand wanting to forsake zealotry, but isn't forsaking two-headed Mamal Ja going a bit far? You must decide that for yourself. Whether the price we pay is worth an empty dream. Just a moment. I have got to reset my glamour plate. I can't handle this headdress anymore.
I think you have to be in the city.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. It's worth it. I'll be right back.
Oh, those are pretty feathers. Why you gotta get rid of that? Because they are pretty feathers?
It doesn't match anything else I'm wearing, and it also makes me about 7 inches taller.
Fine. I don't understand why Wook Lamont just didn't say, hey, you know, if you're kicked out here, you're always welcome to the city. Just don't be such a dick.
Yeah, but people want to live in their homeland.
Yeah, but he could probably find acceptance there, too, though, still. Depending on how he treated other people.
I'm pretty sure he was just getting rejected by his father. So I think that's probably hitting him harder.
Yeah. Well, and he banned him from the city, or the town, the place.
Yeah. I'm trying to get back to you guys. They kind of teleported us to the other side of the city, so I don't entirely know how to get there yet.
All good.
And yes, the final boss of Wanderer's Palace Hard was Malal Jaja. You may remember the fight. After you win the fight, the boss backs off and gets swarmed by tonberries.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because the Wanderer's Palace is the Tonberry dungeon. There's a place that will help you to understand our plight. It lies far to the west of here. Follow me. Is that a meteorite up there? Aye. And judging by their attachment, the tree must benefit from the meteorite's unique ether. Anyway, we should press on. Melalja was anxious for us to see whatever it is she has to show us. What's up?
A sight thing, the blue.
Ah.
Damn it. I can't make it. I was hollering, but I was muted again.
Ah.
Is it up the tree?
Right here. Oh no, I'm not close enough. Damn it. There we go. Okay. Oh, stop. Well, actually, I don't know if we can get down there. There's a ether. Oh yeah, we can get down.
Yeah.
These are what I'm looking for. I just accidentally found that site.
Mm-hmm. I should have expected there to be one here since the quest made us stop here.
Whoops. Again? Yeah.
Ooh, there's a pretty moth.
Mm-hmm. A hunting camp, like as not. I'd love to talk to Mamo Jaw hunters and learn about their ways, except they'll probably ignore me. The others have continued on. Let's catch up to them.
Oh. I'm gonna run around.
Hmm?
I'm gonna run around, see if there's another ether thing.
Probably not so close after the other one, but always worth a look.
Okay, let's do the thing. There's the other side. Stupid mod. Clear. All right, never mind. There's this spot right up here. Yeah, okay. We'll run past it.
Somebody's fighting something over here.
Oh, that's a thing.
Oh yeah, that's a map.
Yeah.
I really like this area.
Mm-hmm. This is the place you wanted to show us? It lies just beyond this passage. Entry to these grounds is not permitted even to the devout. Nonetheless, I would reveal our secrets to you. Rest assured I shall take full responsibility. Come, see for yourself the truth of the blessed.
Oh, I bet there's pots.
Actually, I just thought about it. Radiated rocks, as you put it, space rock, radiated. Radiated children with two heads.
Maybe.
Son of a gun.
Of course, I was just now thinking that maybe those weren't pots. Maybe those were eggs.
Could be. Soaking in the vastness of the radiated rocks.
I shouldn't have looked down.
Holy shit. I mean,
The
wow.
stone pier yonder. That is our destination.
To erect it there would have been no small feat.
The work of Yakui hands built long, long ago. Our forebears merely altered the entrance.
Altered? To what end?
It will be quicker to show you. We have beasts that can carry us below.
A cool Jaja.
What? Couldn't wait to laugh at the failure?
You've always come here to cry. Ever since you were little.
Mother!
The third promise seeks to learn about Malmuk. She may be our chance to finally end what we have been powerless to stop. Talk with her. Tell her what we have done.
Fine. Perhaps it's only right that we be the ones to speak of it. Blessed as we are. Here. This vessel holds the remains of a two-headed Mabonja. An infant. We converted the ruins into a cenotaph, so the souls of these children wouldn't return as vengeful spirits. Do you know how blessed siblings are made?
I've heard that they are born to Hubago and Bunawa parents.
Such unions between clans were originally arranged to stop infighting. The war against the Shibran was going poorly, and we needed to be united. Then, one day, a child was born. One blessed with two heads and tremendous power. When this child grew old enough to lead our army, we became unstoppable. The Shibral had no answer, and we drove them all the way back to the trees above. That taste of victory awakened our greed. We became obsessed with conceiving more and more of these superior children, no matter the cost. Of the countless born, most die, trapped in their shells. Only 1 in 100 survive. If we are blessed, it is only because we yet live. Unlike our brothers and sisters, who were sacrificed for the glory of Mamuk.
That's horrible.
Of course it's horrible. It's an atrocity we can never take back. Those children died so that we could live. So we had to succeed, no matter what. To fail would mean it was all for nothing. Nothing. But I did fail. I squandered their sacrifice. I should never have been born.
You're wrong. You didn't ask to be born as you are, and you aren't responsible for your siblings' deaths. The people obsessed with blessed siblings are. They made their choices, but they don't make yours. Since when do you let others push you around, Bakul Jaja? What do you want? Say it!
I want it to end. I don't want any more to die.
Then you have my word. We'll put a stop to this madness.
Blessed siblings are revered by their supporters as a means to achieve dominance in Taral. If we understand why they harbor such aspirations in the first place, we would be better equipped to treat with them.
Indeed. I just hope they will be open to discourse.
Take me with you. Those fanatics treat my words as gospel.
No. There will be trouble if your father finds out you're still Moshutural Zush. There we will gather the people, and ask anything the Third Promise wishes to know.
Then take one of my scales. One that blends Ehubico and Bunewa coloring. It'll serve as proof that people will do as you say if you show it to them. I'm sorry for what I've said and done. I don't expect your forgiveness.
You had your reasons. I'm glad I could know them. Which is to say, you're not a...
Thanks, Wuklama.
Well, maybe it's for the best. Hatred is exhausting, after all.
Indeed. So let us make the most of our newfound friendship and bring together the people of Mamuk.
Before we rejoin the others, we talk for a moment. I really hated him, you know. Bakul Jaja, with every fiber of my being. He tried to ruin Ihihana, sabotaged us on the river, kidnapped me for my keystone, and released the most vicious Tyrell of all time. Anything he could do to cause us pain, he did. Never in a million years would I forgive him. But the moment I understood why he did what he did, the pain he's been carrying this whole time, all my anger just evaporated. He still needs to make amends. I hear you. Bakul Jaja's motives don't absolve him of his crimes. He must answer for them, like anyone else. But right now, my duty is to ensure that no one in Mamuk feels desperate enough to go to such lengths ever again. Anyway, thanks for listening. Now that I've voiced that, I feel readier for the challenges ahead. Come on, let's head back to the city. Bakul Jaja's scale represents his faith in us. We won't fail him or his people. We haven't a moment to lose. According to Malal Jah, Maksaturl Zuj is a abandoned settlement northwest of the city. It should afford us the privacy we require. We must work quickly, lest Zaril Jah discover our intentions. Fortunately, Bakul Jaja thought to give us additional scales, so we might cover more ground in less time. Everyone should take one and get going. Use them to gather as many people as you can. Let's retrace our steps. Maybe this time we can convince folks to lend an ear. Did I not tell you to move along? I can't be seen talking with the likes of you. A blessed scale. In an outsider's hands? What business do you have with me? So Bakul Jaja sent you to call an assembly. Sure what to make of this, but I shall go to Majutorol Zuj at once. That scale. If the blessed trust you, then so will I. So what is it you require of me? Bakul Jaja bids us come to Majutorol Zuj. That is a hard word to say. A strange place for an assembly, but very well. I will not refuse he who fights for our dreams. You managed to gather some of the good folks? Wonderful. The esteemed Bakul Jaja will be pleased. This fellow here will be coming to Majutorol Zuj as well. Apparently there's a Najul nursery to the west called Gomajit Grove. Could you go and see who is... Could you go and see who you can talk to there as well? I'll meet you in Majutorol Zuj afterwards. There's just one more person I need to find.
You think she's gonna get Kona?
Probably, yes.
I love the umbrella, but I hate how you have to.
Do you have to put it up before you can get in the mount?
Yeah.
I don't. That's weird that you have to.
Yeah, I have to. Maybe I'm just being dumb. I don't know.
Are you using the macro or are you right-clicking and doing it that way?
Macro?
Yeah, I don't know then.
Maybe I'm just not hitting it right. I'll try it again next time.
If all else fails, we can modify the macro to automatically put away the umbrella.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
You know, I don't know if I would eat bananas that look like that.
They're
Oh,
pretty.
hold on a second. Don't let anything kill me.
Oh wow, you both of you guys pets are right on top of each other and they're siphoning between multiple different colors.
Alright, never mind, I don't see anything. Damn.
I like the prismatic leaves and bananas.
Oh, they're very pretty. I just don't know if I would eat them.
I might.
Leave this place, outsider. Oh, my apologies. I was unaware. I thank you, blessed Scalebearer, for bringing me word of this gathering. I shall away to Mashaturl Zouj at once.
I'm worried we've invited a spy, a potential spy.
Possibly.
More than likely, because that always happens.
Common theme.
Of course, I've also noticed that we're level 95 now. That means there should be a new dungeon soon.
Oh, yeah.
That is a very shimmery creature.
Makes an interesting sound, too.
To the right. There's a, what you call it?
I see it. Where's Wuklamat? Sorry to keep you waiting. You invited the second promise as well? Amati, need I remind you that this rite is a competition? Whatever advantage you're about to share with me, you ought to utilize for your own benefit. I've barely made headway in communicating with the locals. At this rate, you lead the race to the Golden City. I need your help. To complete the feat? No. Mamook has a problem I can't solve on my own, and you're the most clever person I know. I want you to hear the people firsthand, so that we might come up with a way to help them. Very well, I'm at your disposal. Everyone, thank you for gathering at such short notice. I am Wuklamat, third promise of Tulialal. Promise? I thought you served Bakul Jaja. You deceived us? No, they did not. The scales they showed you were mine. I entrusted them to the third promise and her retinue. Why honor these outsiders so? Because Wuklamat has won my trust. Now, you will hear her words.
Just come on.
Bakul Jaja shared with me the truth about blessed siblings, about the price you pay to concede them. As an outsider to your community, it's not my place to judge you or your culture. Culture is born of the experiences of its people, of their lives and their land. But it breaks my heart to know that yours has brought you all so much suffering. If any here wish to break from the cycle of tragedy that creating blessed siblings demands, I ask that you join us. Please, I do not want any more of our children to die. You think we want this? We have no choice. Only blessed siblings can liberate us from our suffering. Without them, we have nothing. That remains to be seen. Speak with the third promise. Share with her your worries and your pain. And together we may find a new way forward. Together. If she is trustworthy, then I will speak with her. It would be best if you withdrew, my son. Many cannot yet speak freely in your presence. Let's keep an eye out for Zareel Jah. He wouldn't take kindly to this sort of gathering. Once we understand everyone's concerns, we'll be better equipped to help them. Let's make sure they feel heard. I'm glad Kwana agreed to help us. He's always been good at solving complicated problems. Me, not so much. But I'll support Mamuk's people however I can. By combining our respective strengths, we'll help them discover a new way, a new source of hope. I know we will. Alright, before we start, let's make sure we're remembering our history correctly. The Mamulja and the Jibral fought for centuries over the land in the upper forest, but due to infighting, Mamulja forces struggled to make significant gains. In order to promote cooperation, the Hobiga and Bonewa tribes intermarried, and that's how Blessed Siblings were first conceived. With that in mind, let's talk to the people and learn why they rely on Blessed Siblings. Blessed Siblings promise us more than strength. They promise us the sun. This forest is dark and inhospitable. When given the opportunity to live in Tuliolal, most of our people didn't think twice. Still, the prospect of being among so many outsiders was intimidating enough to keep many of us here. Blessed Siblings are meant to deliver us from this accursed forest, to lead us to the fertile land above, where we might make a place for the Mamulja to abide in peace and plenty. So you desire fertile land, one that's all your own. As you'll have noticed, this forest is very dark. Hardly any sunlight makes it through the canopy, so it feels like it's always night. We plow, we fertilize, we irrigate, yet our crops shrivel and die as though cursed. The only one that grows well is a Najul, the Jatika banana in Turali. Try living on that and little else for a few centuries and see how you like it. A forest where nothing grows. It's not hard to imagine why you'd want to leave. Those who have known only open skies and bountiful land cannot comprehend our plight. To thrive, we must take what we lack by force, and for that, we need the might of the Blessed Siblings. There have to be other ways to thrive, ways that don't require fighting. This land was once rich with ore, but the Yaqui did not stop digging until all the veins were spent. The meteorites are only good for so much. Even if we made overtures to traders, we have little to offer. Nothing would make me happier than to make a good life for my family in the place where I was born, but that's impossible. So, with resources as sparse as they are, you don't have good prospects for trade. Well, I think I'm starting to understand. Everyone had their own perspective, but all their concerns were about the forest itself. Dark, infertile, cursed. Hearing that, it's little wonder that people here wish they had better land. And who better to get it for them than the Blessed Siblings? It's hard to convince people to stay in a place that can't provide what they need. You'd think the meteorites, at least, would have value, but apparently not. Hold on, didn't Aaronville mention something about the meteorites? That the ether they emit makes the plants grow blue? A rather significant physiological effect, I would say. If we were to study the meteorites, we might discover other ways they influence the local flora. I noticed a curious amalgam of trees and meteorite just south of here. Determining precisely how they interact with one another may yield crucial insights. Everyone, I really appreciate you sharing your thoughts with us. Thanks to your insights, we have a promising idea already. We just need a moment to investigate it further, so please bear with us. We'll be right back. Yes, you have struggled with this problem for millennia. Give us 20 minutes, we'll go figure it out. I mean, come on, guys. We didn't even bring Ishtola with us. How do you expect to come up with an idea that fast?
That's what coal is for.
Yeah.
And my idea is just to plant stuff right next to the rocks. That's, that might work, you know, if it's helping other things grow.
Maybe.
But then again, I go back to the whole your statement before about radiation and rocks.
Yeah.
And the two-headed children. I should take that all back after talking to Aaronville.
Really is incredible how a tree could support such an enormous boulder. The meteorite's etheric emissions are palpable, even from this distance. Seeing this again makes me feel more confident in sharing a theory of mine. I suspect that only plants with an etheric affinity to these meteorites can thrive in this forest. If so, the gargantuan trees that create the dense canopy would by necessity possess the same affinity, as well as the aforementioned jewel tree. Indeed, I should like to analyze samples of meteorite before drawing any definitive conclusions, however. I carry with me a few devices that will aid in this endeavor, but perhaps you and Kryle could lend your expertise as well? I'd like to join you. The etheric signature of these meteorites may be crucial in determining what manner of species might fare well here. Ah, I think I see what you're getting at. If we can provide them the cursed forest isn't quite so cursed, maybe the people won't feel like blessed siblings are their only solution. So, how can I help? Want me to climb the tree and break off a piece of a meteorite for you? There are plenty of fragments on the ground already. It should be enough for our purposes if we gather about 5 pieces each. Even better if those fragments are gathered from disparate locations. I'll collect your pieces once you have them.
I love a plan coming together. What a plan comes together. Where is she? Oh. Oh.
To the right, behind the stones.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Oh, unless you found another one, yeah.
And one back crying. I'm stuck.
It's funny she talked about different places, but we all ended up at the same place.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought we went to that first location and we got one from each side of the tree. Yeah, that's not what disparate means. Did you find your fragments? Much obliged. Alphino Kral and I will combine the gathered samples and conduct an analysis forthwith. Determining the wavelength may take a little while, but I am hoping that our efforts will bear fruit. I'll tell my sister to await our arrival in Marshutoro Zuj. So, go and meet her there. We will return with our results as soon as possible. Also, just one thing that I have noticed. We were all standing on this ledge, looking this way. And they said, okay, let's all go find shards. And everybody there turned around and walked this way.
They just walked this way to jump over the edge there. Because when we got down to the bottom, we ended up getting that point. All the way back.
I like to think they turned and walked the one way and then saw they were all walking the same way, so they all turned around and walked back the other way.
I had actually expected us all to walk off in different directions, but yeah. You know, disparate locations. Done all we can. The rest we must leave to Kuana and the others. I don't know the first thing about those Charlian devices of his, but if they can be of help to the Mamook, I'm glad he has them. There's hope for this forest yet. I can feel it. I'm sure Zariel Jah would have choice words for us if he knew what we were up to. But his people are my people, and I can't ignore their plight. If I'm to call myself Dawn Servant one day, I have to bring an end to the tragedy here. Many are depending on me, Bakul Jaja not least of all. Anyway, I'm sure Kuana and the others will be back with their reports soon. We've been separated from Kuana Is it his turn to get kidnapped? Somebody disconnecting over there? I thought I just saw the icon pop up.
Yeah, it's popped up 3 times on me so far.
Ah.
Since we started. So, like I said, we got stormy weather going, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You're good.
Alright.
Good. Everyone is assembled. In light of our news, I thought it only right to call the others. Thanks to the effort of all, I am pleased to say our analysis is yielding many valuable insights. And I dare say the prognosis is hopeful. Earlier, we asked you about the hopes you placed in blessed siblings, why they are important to you. Your overwhelming response was frustration toward the forest. From a lack of natural resources to the inability to cultivate crops, in all respects, have you ever struggled to build a prosperous home? Thus, your understandable desire for new land. However, this would be unfortunate dismissal of what makes your forest uniquely valuable. That is, the soil. Our tests have proven without a doubt that the Jatika heartland is abundantly fertile. This may be surprising to hear, as you have seen your crops fail time and time again. We've discovered the root of this problem as well. The meteorites scattered throughout your forest emit an unusual energy that greatly influences the development of surrounding plant life. Some plants thrive on this energy, like the Najul and the giant trees that create the canopy, but others, as you well know, are sickened by it. Fortunately, the solution is simple. Across the salt, in a place called Charlian, there's a peerless collection of flora sampled from every corner of the world. Now that we know what energies are most prevalent in your forest, we can offer you seeds and starters guaranteed to thrive here. I took the liberty of contacting a few colleagues via Link Pearl. Should you desire them, a sample of our best candidates can be shipped here in a short order. Just as Eorzea acquired the Papato and Tomato from Tiral, so too might Mamuk benefit from foreign crops. You mean we'd be able to grow more than Najul here? Precisely. While care must be taken to choose the species that will not have an adverse effect on the ecosystem, your agriculture options should increase markedly. With the right crops, Mamuk will have all it needs to prosper, both at home and in trade. Blessed siblings don't have to be the answer anymore. Then there was never any need to fight, never any need to sacrifice. We can't change the past, but we can try to make the future better. Let the old teachings end with us. I know blessed siblings represent absolute strength to you. Letting go of that idea can't be easy. But I'll prove that when we work together. Our combined strength can achieve anything. Show us, promise. If there's another way, for our children and our home will no longer suffer in silence. Sometimes we have to fight alone, but not this time. Would you say a few words? They don't even know who I am. Why am I saying words?
Amen.
I'm going with option 2. Saving the star is far beyond the scope of our needs, but I acknowledge the value of allies. We said what we wanted to say. Now, all that's left is to defeat my father's shade and defeat a brotherhood and clear the way for Mamuk's bright new future. Do not give us cause to question our faith in you, please. Live up to your words. I will. After we complete his feat, let's be sure to tell Zuriel Jah the good news about his forest. I'm sure he's eager as anybody to eat what tasty foods they'll grow here. No, he won't.
No, he's gonna definitely be stubborn.
Yeah. Compassion even for the likes of him. You continue to eclipse me in every way. It is a simple choice. We're counting on you, Wuglamat.
Was that a hint of the second prime maybe going to give up? Or
That was what.
Indeed,
back
yeah.
his
Yeah, that's what I
sister
was
up?
kind of thinking too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you want Fuzzy?
technically at this point, they're the only two still in this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now, I don't think that oldest brother is actually going to give up, even though he's been disqualified, but...
I think that dude's going to pull the other ones try to steal from us.
Maybe.
So that he'll be a boss fight, I think. That's the feeling I'm getting.
Wuglamat's gone ahead to announce her readiness. I never imagined the samples we so feverishly collected for the Exodus would find new purpose here. But if they help these people improve their prospects, all the better. Anyway, we should go and meet our comrades where Zuriel Jah made his own attempt. The final feat awaits. This is probably going to be a trial, if I had to guess.
Our trials always 8.
Yes.
I don't know why I can never remember that.
I guess the first couple of trials, way back in ARR, those might have been 4-man. But everything since then has been 8.
It is possible that we've done so many at higher levels that it
Yeah.
also makes me not think about it. Oh, yeah. I think it's a single.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to fight with her again.
Well, they said in when Zuriel Jah did it that his failure was not accepting aid from his allies, so we might have to fight as everybody in this one. Or maybe that we will be fighting and they'll be with us.
Gotcha.
Someone has gone to fetch Zuriel Jah. He should be here soon. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Good luck, everybody.
Zuriel Jah, I'm ready for the final feat.
I'm ready for the final feat.
Grown weary of postponing the inevitable, have you?
Something like that. You see, I've learned all sorts of things about Mamuk and your people.
Is that supposed to impress me?
I now understand why I need to surpass blessed siblings. The cost of producing superior offspring is destroying your people's souls. Look at them, and you'll see this. So I'll defeat my father's shade, and prove to you that there's a better path for Mamuk.
What drivel! Without the blessed, we are nothing but weaklings! Doomed to fade into obscurity.
Of course you're weak. We all are, each and every one of us. But when we join hands, we gain the strength to overcome any foe, even Vali Yarmanda.
Enough talk. Prove your mettle against Gulul Jaja, the finest warrior ever to have graced Tural.
Fine by me. Not even Papa's shade will stop me from upholding his legacy.
I will fight alongside her.
Claimants are not permitted to assist one another. Second promise. But you may observe your...
I see. It seems I'm no longer a claimant. I am now free.
What are you scheming?
Nothing. I've simply come to realize who is worthy of following in Father's footsteps. Not our brother. Not Bak... You have always held the happiness of our people closest to your heart, Lamachi. So I will do everything in my power to ensure you... This is how I shall repay Father for his kindness.
I could always count on you, Kona.
It will make no difference. Numbers matter not in the faith. Gulul Jaja, mightiest of the blessed, arise!
Everyone ready? No hard feelings, Papa. I've got a lot of hopes riding on my shoulders, and the only way forward is through you.
Bear witness to our resolve.
And the reason which guides our journey.
So long as we stand together, we're unstoppable.
These blaze sundered Baligarmanda scales!
Blades of fire rain.
Take that!
What a chore. Ever hungry for battle. Go forth. Overbearing bastard. How is this?
Some manner of paralyzing effect. Defend the afflicted!
We must free them! Target the constricting flames!
None can outrun my flames.
For Lamachi! Not enough. But together, we shall triumph!
You're not alone.
We'll get through this!
I have your back. I shall assist thee. I know not who you are, but I applaud your tenacity.
Surely this will quench your thirst for battle.
Resolve the Risen Kindle! By Crimson Wrath be sundered!
Everyone, get behind me! I've got a bad feeling about this.
Will you have the strength to stand after this?
I will be the next Dawn Servant! I will protect my people! Is that the best you can do?
Impressive! But I'm not finished yet!
We will see Lamachi become Dawn Servant. For Tule Yolov!
That's my old man for you.
I refuse to accept this.
Ain't that a bit stubborn? Even for you.
The hell is that?
Erugadin.
Tanqua! It's been too long.
It has indeed. You're looking more imposing since last I saw you, Wuklamat.
Tanqua?
Guessing this is Kettenrum.
My Turali moniker. Galul Jaja insisted I take one, saying my birth name was too cumbersome for the local tongues.
That birth name being Kettenram,
I like his bright blue outfit.
Kettenram's that legendary Eorzean saint.
We can talk about me cabbage late. Zarelja, whether you like it or no, these young'uns accomplished the feat. To deny Wuklamat her reward would be to betray the Dawn Servant's trust.
And what should she be rewarded for? Calling upon her minions to carry her to victory! Comrades, You believe a ruler should be reliant upon such?
Together, we can achieve anything. You needn't place your faith in the promise.
How would you have us...
With friendship and...
If you mean to rule, you should be more sparing with your offers of clemency. Nevertheless, I will fulfill my charge as... Congratulations are nearly in order, I suppose. I'm confident that you will... You've grown much, and more during this journey. Become someone ready to lead our nation. Little Lamachi no longer as your brother.
Kona.
I must express my gratitude for your cooperation. And...
Nonsense. If you believe Wuklamat is the woman for the job, then you have our wholehearted support.
One last thing. I wish to speak to you both from the heart. Unpracticed as I am, this may sound hackneyed, but I am truly grateful to have met you.
Words spoken with such feeling would resonate with any fortunate enough to hear them. Though our journey together hath ended, ever shall we cherish...
Aye. And should you require further esoteric musings or biting witticisms, don't hesitate to call. I dare say we'll come flocking. But I get ahead of myself. As I recall, our contract remains in effect until we've escorted the second promise back to the capital.
I leave my sister in your capable hands. See that she returns home safely.
You've still malms to go yet, Wuklamat. The rite ain't over till you find the city of gold.
I know. But if I can come this far, I can go all the way.
Sorry, I clicked on her and put me in a cut screen. It wouldn't let me join.
Alright.
Just clicky through it and get out of here.
You don't have to click through it.
Okay.
Okay, Emo. I'm gonna need you to take Urianger and Alpha Node and teach them how to heal, please.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'm gonna drag Wuklamat somewhere and teach her how to behave about stack markers.
Hey, as long as you don't have the red mage healing you.
In mine, stack marker got thrown on Wuklamat, and the entire party ran to her, and she just ran straight at the boss.
Oh, shit.
That's the first time I've done anything with them. I haven't done any of the other, like, dungeons or anything.
I haven't done any of those either. And mostly I spent a lot of time very low on health. And I don't know if it's because I was tanking this and Wuklamont wasn't doing anything. Or just Alpha Node and Urianger were really bad at healing.
You're just spoiled with me, that's what it is.
Yeah. Wuklamont probably forgot to turn her stance on. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Of course, Thancred was there too. Thancred knows how to tank. We know that.
Uh-huh. Yep. It was good that we got to fight him before, because, you know, those...
Yeah.
You know, all the... Oh my gosh, I lost what the words are.
Yeah, a lot of the symbols and markers were the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Particularly the spinny thing.
Yes.
All right, I don't see where you're at. Did you guys go back in, or?
We're in instance 3. Let's go and tell the people of our victory. Yeah, I was going to get in the party with you, KJ, and go and we would both go to where the girls were, since Zora was still in cutscene. But then you went into a cutscene, so I ditched you.
Alright, fine. I'm in instance 3 now. Now where are you?
Third promise. You brought everyone? We were just coming to you. We did it, Milalja. We proved to the Autarch that not even my father's full power could overcome the strength of our fellowship. I knew you would. I was right to trust you. You have fulfilled your promise. Now it's our turn. You've shown us another way, that we can build the lives we've always wanted here in our homeland without sacrifice. Since our new crops will come from across the salt, I suppose we will have to treat with outsiders as equals, of course. Inside or outside, we're all just people, no matter what we look like or where we're born. When you're not used to all the color and variety, differences can feel like obstacles. But by learning about what makes us different, we can also find common ground in places we never expected. Something new may become something you love. And someone you once hated may one day become your friend. You'll never know unless you keep an open mind. And while it may feel scary, taking the first steps towards understanding is always worth it. Of course, learning about outsiders may well help them grow. But what happens when they learn about us, about what we've done? They will not. For generations, our covenant has been kept secret, and so shall it remain. The atrocities committed here were facilitated by the Autarchs. We and no one else are responsible. For my deeds, I am prepared to forfeit my life, but I will not suffer others to be damned alongside me. No one's being damned, and your life isn't forfeit. The last thing this city needs is more death. The cool Jaja hasn't fought this hard for this long only to lose his father. If you truly feel responsible, be the first person to extend understanding to others on behalf of Mamuk. Your community is waiting for you, here and in Tuliolal. That stance Kryl was just using.
I know.
We can still make things right, my love. Choose a different side of history. Thank you, Third Promise. Thank you for everything. You still owe me an explanation about the cabbage, you know. The people of Amuk have accepted you. Merchants and menders are now available for use. This ain't no place for a proper chat. The cabin's just north of the city. Blue Eyes Abode, as people here call it on account of my dazzling twinklers. You're a traveler, aren't you? Could I ask for your help with something? There are too many prying ears here. Come and meet me on the other side of Golmagic Grove. You're one of the Third Promise's retainers, aren't you? Please, please help me. My name is Shadija, and my husband and I were attacked by wyvers outside the city. He fended them off so I could escape, but he's no match for them alone. I know I have no right to ask, given how our people treated outsiders, but I'm begging you, please save my husband. His name is Gotal Ja, and he's near Golmagic Grove. Please hurry. Well, it just so happened that I was already heading in that direction. Good, you made it. I need your help handling a small but quite irritating problem. Have you heard of Blue Leafkin? There supposedly were once Mamuja who were cursed for some misdeed or another. Those who believe in that sort of thing are terrified to make any contact, for fear they'll be cursed as well. I personally don't believe there's any truth to it, but that wouldn't stop people from thinking I was contaminated for crossing paths with one. For a blessing, Blue Leaf can generally keep to themselves, deep in the forest, but recently once been spotted wandering around these parts. That's why I need someone unbeholden to Mamuk's superstitions to dispose of it, and to speak not a word of the deed. Alright, buddy. One sentient bush destroyed. I'm pretty sure that is not one of your ancestors. Thank you, Traveler. Now we'll be able to hunt these forests without fear. We may have stories of the Blue Leafkin, but none agree on who among the Mamoja was cursed first, or for what misdeed. Some say that it was a Dapuro punished for felling trees. Others say it was a Bonewa punished for burning them. Each clan insists the blame lies with another, of course. Honestly, I think it's just a tale to keep people away from the dangerous and forbidden areas of the forest. Just the other day, one of our own went and pursued a mark in that direction and hasn't been seen since. That Blue Leafkin just now? Could it have been? No, it's just a story after all. Anyway, you've done us a great service. We'll be sure to keep our normal hunting grounds and see if we can find our missing friend. Have my thanks, stranger. Take it my wife sent you? Rivers don't usually attack people. I hardly knew what was happening before they were on us. But that's neither here nor there. Let's return to Mamuk and see that you have a proper reward. Shadil Jah should be anxious for our arrival as well. Oh, a thousand blessings upon you. My Gatal Jah is safe thanks to your kindness. I don't know what I would have done had you not arrived when you did. Most of our able-bodied fighters have left the city in search of mercenary work, you see. As I once did myself. You're from Eorzea, aren't you? I toured across the Salt in my younger years. That is, till I suffered injury enough to send me home for good. Now I can hardly manage to ward off the occasional feisty Wivra, it would seem. Glory days mean little when you can no longer protect your loved ones. I'm perfectly fine, aren't I? Besides, those Wivers weren't feisty, they were positively feral. I still can't believe we were attacked by such normally docile creatures. Something had them agitated. I can't imagine what. Still, if our local Wivers have been driven to a rage, that doesn't bode well for us. I realize this is more than you bargained for, stranger. But would you be willing to help? It's unheard of for Wivers to attack Mamoja. So we need to determine what's going on before someone gets injured. There's little in it for you, mind. Don't get your hopes up. Thank him, dearest. He is doing us a kindness. Right, just not used to open generosity is all. Thank you, stranger. We're counting on you.
Certainly. And 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 expects. Maybe not.
Yeah, if there's not much in for us, then we might be a bit.
Just to see, what is it? It's a third of the XP of a normal, or of a MSQ quest. So, no.
We have bigger fish to fry.
That's right. And I mean, it is good to have these quests here if you like want to level another job or something. But yeah. Why did you choose to settle down in Mamuk? They haven't exactly been welcoming to outsiders, legendary explorer or otherwise. All the more reason to keep a weather eye on them. Though, seeing as how you've won them over, methinks I'll have less need of vigilance. I'm here at Gulul Jaja's behest to ensure his hard-won peace is kept, and incidentally to remind Zariel Jah of his duty as a lector should he have forgotten it. My old man ordered you to stay here? That's no way to treat an honored guest. I'd say I'm more than your father's guest by now. Or didn't you see the sepulchre atop Wolcor Zamor? That's right. Kitten Rum was one of the names. Your father and I fought shoulder to shoulder in many battles. Balagarmanda being but one of our triumphs. He and I are brothers. So when your brother asks you to stand watch, you stand watch. You trust in his judgment and his strength of will, even if it means you have to sit out the occasional scrap. Surely you understand such a bond, surrounded as you are by all these bright and eager faces. I do. My comrades are my strength, and it's thanks to them that I understand Papa's hopes for this nation, what I must continue to protect. Then prove your readiness for the throne, Wukramat. Find the Golden City. Oh, I will. With these ones by my side, even uncovering a legend should be child's play. Especially since I believe I already have. All by yourself? How? When? Well, as you know, electors are forbidden from giving unfair advantage to claimants. So when Hunamuruk refused to divulge why my grandfather passed through Ikbarax 20 years ago, his silence speaks volumes. You think Galuf's visit had something to do with the Golden City? Precisely. Moreover, only the Yakhui who lived in Yaktel ever dreamt those golden dreams. When exposed to certain triggers, those with magical aptitude have been known to have received visions. And if Gerfurler's abilities are at all representative, the Yakhui are no stranger to the arcane. Which means the dreamers of Eld likely owe their experiences to their inherent qualities and their proximity to the city itself, here in these forests. Then all we need to do is search Yaktel from top to bottom, right? It would behoove us to try and narrow our focus. To that end, I propose we return to Mamuk and make inquiries. While there, we can all take the opportunity to see any necessary travel preparations. When everyone is ready, let us assemble at the Aetheryte. You're Karsiwa's boy, aren't you? She told me about you. Said she tasked you with finding the Golden City. Aye, I might even succeed, despite my best efforts. I had begun to think it was a fool's errand. My own fruitless search in my youth proved as much. Yet here you are, older and wiser, playing the fool again. Courtesy of the company I've been keeping, perhaps. Wuklamat's not the only one to have grown thanks to her comrades. We'll find it. Together. Was I ever that young?
You just sitting out here in the hallway or the road listening to your conversation with my long ears.
You waited for me. Seems Kettenrum knows my mentor. We chatted for a bit longer. Alphanode said to meet by the Aetheryte, so I'll see you there. I do like how they stick to their point that Erenville doesn't fight things.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, why did we stop and talk to him? Is there a thing we missed, or did we already get it?
There might be one around here. Now that you say that. Although I don't see one.
Back. No. Okay. I know that on the edge of the one waterway there was a lookout. I don't know if we're close to that water anymore. There's a map. Oh yeah, we're not there.
I am having weird lag issues.
Me too. I turn in a quest and then I'm waiting for it to clear up so I can move, but it's not doing nothing.
Mine's mostly when we're traveling. It does the jerky.
I've
stop,
seen
start.
I've seen you guys rubber banding around a little bit. The merchants were more than happy to mend my gear and sell me supplies. One would hardly believe that they were ever averse to aiding visitors. You won't believe how many Najul they gave me. Now all we need is the hint to point us in the right direction. City of Gold, here we come. I think I can offer that much. I have an inkling of where the City of Gold might be. Bilalja and Zarilja, you've come to help us? As an elector, I am forbidden from speaking of the Golden City, but my wife is beholden to no such constraints. Then anything you can tell us will be greatly appreciated. Our people have lived here for centuries. There is no corner of this forest we do not intimately know, save for one. Do you recall the place I showed you, where my son confessed the truth of the blessed siblings? That stone pier stands at the entrance to the sky-deep cenote, the final resting place for children we lost to our zealotry. Precious few are permitted beyond the cenotaph doors, and we have not explored its deepest recesses. If the Golden City is in Yachtel, it may very well be hidden there. Will you permit us to search for it? I have no reason to refuse you. No longer will we rely on blessed siblings, nor will we conceal the sacrifices made to conceive them. Cenote is no longer under our protection. It is a dismal burial ground, and our children deserve better. Their bodies will be moved to a place of comfort and peace. I'm sure Bakul Jaja would appreciate that. And we're here to offer any help if you need it. Your father also visited the cenote, come to think of it. It was many years ago by now, but a notable affair due to the foreigner he brought with him. A mage, I believe.
Ooh.
Truly. The Dawn Servant did not disclose his reasons, but he descended past our cenotaph and into the old Yaqui quarries. Doubtless the very same ones excavated by Vorlorper's dreamers. Then the Golden City must be there. In the depths of sky-deep cenote. Thank you, both of you. We'll set out straight away. You will find a winged beast or two lingering in the Gokdrakta descent. They will carry you below. I believe in you, Third Promise. You will make a magnificent Dawn Servant. This is it, everyone. The sky-deep cenote.
Ooh, there's a pinky purple one of those weird looking glowy animals over behind the tree on the right. That's funny. I like the coloring on that one.
Mm-hmm. An imposing beast. This is the cenotaph, which means that beyond these doors is right of succession or no, disturbing the souls that rest here feels wrong. I know, but I can't turn back. Let's pay our respects at the very least. Let's go. I'm ready to complete my journey. There's the dungeon. But alas, I do not believe we have time to run it tonight.
All good. Potentially tomorrow.
Indeed. Give me just one moment. Alright guys, I think that is where we are going to call it for the night. And I will see y'all next time. So until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Hope y'all enjoyed it. See you next time. Have a good night.